The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're planning on buying or selling a home, the real estate crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
And also joining us today,
Take a deep breath.
I've had a
Welcome
lot,
our
I've had
audience.
a lot of eggnog, and I can't believe all the people that came out today.
Welcome
to, see
to the
our
Real
show.
Estate House
lot
Party,
of
starring
people got to
attorney
do it.
Rick Carter and Tony V and myself
And
and
Greg Murphy.
Greg
Greg
Murphy.
Murphy, one
There we
of the
go.
Greg
greats.
Murphy's here
One
with
of
us,
the best,
and, and Robert Kraft's with us here today. We're going to get to him in a
Yeah,
couple
we will.
seconds.
Yeah,
You look like you've had a lot of eggnog today.
I've had a fair amount
You
of eggnog.
okay?
Yeah,
and
good.
pie.
Pie.
What kind of pie did you have?
This is the eggnog pie.
Ooh,
You ever have eggnog
No.
pie? Oh, it's really good.
Is
Really?
it as good as root beer float pie?
Root beer float pie.
It was a hit.
It was
I know.
huge on
It-
pie
yeah,
night. Yeah.
It was perfect. Pie
you
night
guys
was
still have a pie night hangover, I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It was like a few weeks ago.
Well,
It was
that's the kickoff to pie season.
Well,
Yes.
a lot of people
Yeah.
drink the night before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
but you guys just ate
Eat-
your way
eat-
through.
right,
there's both.
pie.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There's
Right.
alcohol
Oh,
as
yeah.
well, right? And that's pie season goes from the night before Thanksgiving through New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, and then you
which
start
I've,
the rest of
which I've
Valentine's
extended to Martin Luther King Day because that man loved this pie. Social change, yes. Pie lover also.
You got it right through Valentine's Day now.
And then
too, don't
now
you?
Valentine's Day.
Because your sweethearts
this-
have always liked pies.
Yes,
Yes.
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 And then
Make a nice
what,
heart-shaped
what else?
pie.
You have something else. Oh, Pie Day comes up.
Pie Day after that, which is
Yeah, so
3/14.
yeah, so
Which of
you
the two you want to explain
March
what Pie Night is? We got to explain what Pie Night
It's
is.
his origin. Tony's
All
the
right, Tony,
grandfather of it.
Tell us, because
It's-
it's actually named after.
There's not a whole lot to explain.
There really isn't.
It's
Well,
pie
they don't
night.
know what just Pie Night.
It's pie night.
right, well,
we
I'll
have a
give 'em
show
a-
at Giggles.
Yes.
We have a
Yeah.
show at Giggles where everybody.
sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Where everybody.
He looked like he was just sticking out. Oh.
You're good now.
Yeah. Well, it's
Well,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Everything's
everyone.
Yeah.
Everything's in place now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got nothing sticking out now?
It just looked funny. It was like,
Sure.
What do you mean it looked?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
all right, go, Tony.
This
So
will all be
it's
cut.
a tradition that started some years ago. My buddy Chuck Shaw, who's the co-creator of Pie Night, he would bake me an apple pie, and he knew, for Thanksgiving, and he knew I'd be at Giggles because it's the night before Thanksgiving is technically my anniversary and doing stand-up.
Oh.
Really?
It was the first paid gig I ever
See?
got.
We didn't know that.
Was a
How many years ago?
a long time ago. Yeah.
We don't have enough
Probably
fingers for
before there
that.
was an actual Thanksgiving. I think I was working to
Right around here.
Yeah,
It started in the 60s and 40s.
I was working to the indigenous population back then. I did a lot more mime.
Right in front of Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, right there.
Lot of Indian,
Gather around the rock, you people.
A lot of Indians in the audience,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And-
You know, Mike Clark takes some. He wants some recognition for Pie Night.
Well, he comes in. That's where I came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had screwed up a date for Mike.
Yeah. Really?
Yes.
That's
which
odd.
happened.
That's odd.
Tony and I are both pretty
Wide
notorious.
open. Wide open.
So I said, my mother makes great desserts, great pies. What kind of pie would you like? And he said chocolate cream, so I brought it on Pie Night. Now there's 2 pies sitting there.
Yep.
And then next year there were 4 or 5 pies.
right.
And now it's just gotten
How many pies actually show up?
Oh, there'll
there
be
now?
upwards of
20s.
40.
Yeah, maybe 40. Yeah.
Maybe 40, close
Yeah, what
to
do you
40.
win? Like if
What do you win?
Oh, you win the pie plate.
You win the pie
So
plate.
it was dedicated. Tony did one year surprise me to my mother who had passed away a year before.
Right.
So there's a
In May.
Debbie Pie Memorial Pie Night. So it's named after her.
It's the
Nice.
Debbie Murphy Memorial Pie Plate.
No, it isn't.
and
No, it's not.
oh, it's Murphy.
Debbie Muffy.
It was Murphy.
You spelled Murphy wrong.
I did the pie plate. I took time out of my life and I went
So
to
there's some Debbie Muffy
yeah.
somewhere.
No,
that's being
but
honored.
I put an R in. If you look closely,
Okay.
There is.
right,
It is there. I made
it's
it.
there. Right. We put a little arrow where the R should
Okay.
be in this.
Little
tiny-
carrot thing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then, because I was so proud of this. And even the guy, I showed it to the guy at the ceramics place, And it wasn't until I get home, my mother, there's a Freudian slip. My wife says to me,
She's bossing you around.
Oh my God, please. I didn't know there were so many color whites. I didn't know.
Well, you better explain
How
that
did I
now,
know?
too. You're talking about painting.
Well, no, because this gets into it's a little bit of a Jimmy Dunn thing where his wife thinks the gray is too gray, one's too purple, one's too this.
Yeah.
I was painting, baseboard because I'm trying to get everything, for the holidays, and she goes, "That's the wrong white." And I go, it's white. She goes, no,
There's
that's
25 shades of white, Tony. You don't know
no,
that?
there's not.
And there's 30 shades of off-white. Taupe.
you always got to go with
Taupe.
Navajo white.
I didn't even know Navajo
That's
white
like
was the thing.
That's like that's the catch-all. That'll
Right.
take care of you.
Anyway, so that's a whole nother situation.
You can tell. You can tell when Tony's
I'm
just
not-
exasperated with his
Yeah, I'm
family.
just not.
There's a lot of Gestalt
just-
therapy going on
the
here
holidays.
with the
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
All right, now act out your hands. If your hands were you, what would they be saying right now?
Stop it.
There'd be one prominent finger.
We need mosaics for that.
Right.
Pixelated.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
boy.
It's Christmas Day. Let's have people have a
And
nice
you know what's
day.
so funny? That it's Christmas Day, and I'm looking at our notes, and
Yeah.
I don't see one thing about real estate on
All right,
this
I do have
notes.
one thing.
Who's buying a house today? Did anyone
no,
get a
no one buying a
house?
house.
Oh,
Did
it'll
anyone
come
get
to that.
Right.
I'm sick of seeing the cars
The
with the bows
cars.
on.
Oh, I was
What's that?
The car with the bow on it.
Has
in the
anyone
driveway.
here ever gotten a car
No.
or given a car? For
I've never even gotten a bow.
For no, not
The
even
bow's
a bow.
expensive.
The bow's
Yeah.
expensive.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know how much it costs for a greeting card these days?
No.
In between $5 and $10.
I just do the email one.
Yeah, so the greeting card, if you go into Hallmark
Right.
and buy a greeting card, I think the other day it was like $7.79.
For,
I'm like,
for a card?
for a
How is
card.
Hallmark still in business?
The movies.
It is the channel.
Yeah,
They have a
Oh,
whole-
'cause you
they
were
have
in
a
the mo-
channel.
you were in
They-
one of the
I was
movies.
in- I was in a Hallmark
$7.79 for someone to say, "Oh,
you're right. Why don't
that's
you
so
just email
nice of
someone a
Kathy
little
to think
thought?
of me and my
It's the same.
birthday," and they dump it in the trash.
If I get a card for a wedding, I purposely get a birthday card. Just to throw them off. I don't ever get the card specifically for what it's
No,
for.
I'm going to try that next time.
You know what I do? And you can. Just a little tip for everybody. I have blank cards and a bunch of ink stickers.
Yeah, so you just make
Really?
your own
Yeah,
cards?
so like in a simple little Christmas tree and happy. And it's great. People think you made
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
all
go, I
right.
made that.
So there are
yeah.
other options.
There are
Now
options.
everyone's looking now, listening right now.
Brown paper bag. People love stuff in a brown paper bag.
Right.
Yeah, like a bottle of wine.
Could be leftovers.
Like, yeah, sure.
Could be anything,
Tell
actually.
he's from Charlestown with the brown paper bag.
Yeah, you put a bottle in a bag. Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Merry
yeah,
Christmas.
Do you remember when we were going to start our own card
Oh
line?
yes, we had our own card. I think you two would be perfect for
We
it.
were in a bad mood, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking for a
Yeah.
card for someone I didn't actually want to buy a present for, but I was
No, hear us out. This is a good idea.
Obligated.
Hear us out.
So it's like I'm in there. I'm looking for this card. I don't really think that you're a good friend, but everything.
I know
is to
exactly
my
who
good-
you're buying for. We can't talk
We
about.
can't talk about it. And I'm like, I
We
just
wanted
can't find
cards to say what was really on
Yeah.
our mind.
I want you to go yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
It
I
could be
couldn't
done-
find a card.
Good for
Be done
you.
in an email
You know?
and save yourself $7.
But like,
No, is that good or not?
Yeah.
I felt
I think it's
obligated
great.
to get this
You know how
person a gift.
you know how when employees are leaving, you get that picture of all the group office people
Yeah.
giving a card.
Sure.
You know, wouldn't you want each one of them to say what's really
What's
on their mind?
on their mind?
Thank God you're leaving.
Yeah, right.
You're overpaid. You were bringing us the rest of us down.
I've been doing your work for 2 years.
I've been doing your work forever.
I know you think I like you, but I really hate you.
You never
Best
shower.
day of all of our lives in this picture right now.
Why are you the crappiest friend on the planet, or whatever it was?
Well, the way you lasted this long is amazing to me.
How about one just says "good riddance"?
Right. There you go. There you go. So.
Oh, but
Alright.
I'm glad we didn't start that
So-
company because we would have lost
No,
a
I
lot of
thought-
friends.
I think not.
Yeah.
I think you'd
Well,
be
isn't
very
that it?
surprised.
Why don't you try another dying business, like newspapers? Maybe you should buy a newspaper company.
Gluten.
Yeah.
Why don't you buy some gluten? Yeah.
You know, I hear
Buy a Blockbuster.
I hear blacksmithing is coming back.
How about the Maytag
Repair guy.
Repair guy.
Yeah,
Or the repair TV repair guy. Does anyone
No,
repair
you just-
TVs
no,
anymore?
you
just
throw
throw
it
your
away.
$299 TV out and buy another one.
You got to be specific where you throw them away now too, because they're like
Oh, yeah.
radioactive.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are they
Yeah.
really?
But they used, the tube.
Oh, they
thing.
got
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah. We used
I
to
don't think they even make radioactive TV. The flat. We're talking about flat.
Flat
real
screen. If there's
flat
something in there,
screen.
you got to go to DPW and get
It's like,
rid
Yeah.
of it.
Really?
like the
Yeah, it's probably
thermometers that we all got when we were growing up.
Oh,
Had
yeah,
the
the mercury.
We used to break those all
You know
the
how
time.
many times I got mercury in my mouth? Maybe that's what's wrong with me.
It's a first date topic.
Well, this is certainly a festive Christmas show.
I'm
that
sorry
we're
to
bringing
laugh.
the
Kathy
people.
yelled at me last time because I laughed too much.
Yeah, you
that was
He was
funny.
like acting like
Shut up. Shut up.
He was
Happy
acting like a
holidays.
child.
Happy holidays. Tony texted me this morning and says he's had a lot of family stuff to do today. Wasn't sure if he was coming in.
That wasn't today. That was around Thanksgiving.
The week before Thanksgiving, they had to do that stuff.
I'm all
Okay.
set for Christmas now. Got everything done.
Bob,
Thank God.
Bob Kraft came today to the show, too.
Did he?
We went to Costco.
Good, thank you.
We went to Costco.
Go with Tony.
Good segue.
Yes,
We're
absolutely.
going with
Go
Tony.
ahead. Go ahead.
We went to Costco to get some of the some
What, to get
fixings,
dinner?
To get some dinner.
Yeah.
And you got to be running a soup kitchen to shop at Costco. And nobody needs that many
Oh, I
Brussels
know.
sprouts.
I know.
Oh, I know.
I got a bag
I know.
of Brussels sprouts. My wife goes, "What do you? We haven't eaten that
10
many.
pounds.
We haven't eaten that many Brussels sprouts to this day ever in our entire lives. What are we going to do with it? It's crazy."
Have you gone to Market Basket over the holidays?
No.
That is
We have
literally taking-
another new job for everyone. If you
Yeah.
want to, if you hear us out,
The one in
Go ahead.
Revere.
any
It's
of
like
them,
48 lanes.
any of them.
Yeah.
So what? Go ahead. What
So
do you, what do you,
we are going to be supermarket cops.
Oh,
they just drive those carriages. Don't you? I mean, there's no etiquette at all on those.
There should be a traffic.
Stop signs,
You pass
right?
on the right. You walk by
Right,
someone on the
you're
right.
right.
And there
That's
should be
so hard.
crosswalks,
Yeah. Oh,
and then you have to
No
have.
sudden stopping.
Right.
No, yeah.
There
And if
should
you
be
do
yield
stop
signs.
short,
Yellow
you're going to
lights.
get kicked out
Yes.
Right?
or a ticket.
I used
maybe
to,
people need personal tail lights.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you got to hang a light on your ass, and then if you stop, it turns bright red, or you have to go to the bathroom. One or the other. It's a warning sign. If it's flashing, then it's something.
No, but this is someone walking through Market Basket. They're looking at their list and
Yeah.
they're stopping and they're going up a little bit more, but they're taking up the
The
whole
whole thing.
lane.
Oh, that's my least favorite.
And then they're looking at their list again. Oh, nope, I forgot it. And then they swing,
swing
the
around
carriage
and
around,
back
and
up.
you're
Right.
right on their
It's like
tail.
people in the milk section. You've never seen milk before, have you?
And you must know.
Reading everything. It's milk.
And you must know what you buy.
It's right. It's
Or how
this
about
is
the carriages
first
they
time.
have? They have the regular carriage, and then they got this addition to the carriage that allows like 5 kids on it. That's just not right for
Yeah,
yeah,
Market
if you need to
Basket.
bring 5 kids to the grocery store, you need to get a
It's-
babysitter.
Yeah.
I
not
think
a
I get
field day.
like maybe 10 things max at the
That's what I
supermarket.
do.
So I don't grab the basket. I don't
Yeah,
grab the
I
carriage.
don't do it.
I just walk around
And go in the
hug
express
stuff.
lane.
And then someone goes, "Oh, do you want to go in front of me? It looks like you're going to be dropping that." And you're like, "Oh, I'd love
That
to."
doesn't happen. Oh. What kind of happy world does that happen?
At the liquor store. When I have-
Muscling you out of
I
it.
had this lady in front of me last time at the express lane, and she had, I'm not exaggerating, probably 50 items.
Did you call her out?
I did call her. I usually let it go. But
You
50,
did?
I did. I said, you just broke a record. I said to her, I said, you broke a record for the. And her defense was she split it up. So she would do 12 and pay for it, and then 12 and pay for it, and 12 and pay for it. I said, it's still 50 items.
This is a sick individual.
It's sick.
That's
Sick.
wrong. That's
No,
not.
I
That's,
said you broke a record.
That's the
It was-
spirit in the letter.
right.
You know what I mean?
I do exactly know
That's
what you mean.
she's doing it
Exactly.
technically right.
they
but
should
the
have said
spirit, no.
12 items
That's it.
per
Per person.
person.
per person.
She had her husband there for another 12. It was all right.
That's awesome.
I got to ask you about Domino's.
pizza.
Yeah.
Domino's.
Or the
they have
gang.
like a tracking device so you know when your pizza's showing up now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now they have some ringer on your phone. It rings.
Yes,
The
I've done
pizza's
it.
there.
You have done it.
Oh, yeah. It tells you the process of the cooking, tells you where they are.
Yeah.
It's reassuring. It's nice.
Well, there's something called
The
DoorDash.
bigger people that eat Domino's need to know where their
Right.
food is.
Right.
But now they
you know why grandfathers are rolling around their
they're
graves?
fixing,
we
they're
need
fixing streets now. Domino's is. Have you seen that?
I have seen
you,
that.
You can get a pothole fixed.
And
Oh, I've hit a
can
nerve
get-
with you.
You can get. I talk about it. You can get pizza insurance. No?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how many people probably don't even have health insurance? They're picking up pizza insurance.
What is pizza insurance?
If you drop it on the way home,
They'll give you a new one.
They'll give you a new one.
Right. Oddly, when they
How
fix
much does
your-
that cost?
I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
Oddly, when they fix your pothole, they fill it with mozzarella. So.
Do they really fix?
They're fixing roads now.
Yeah.
And then they got the guy that's the fastest pizza box maker
Yeah.
in the world.
Sure.
I don't think
that guy.
I don't think he's had a challenger, but
And in the end, all you end up with is a Domino's pizza.
I feel bad for the guy. I don't
Right.
think that he knew the
Right.
commercial was happening.
It's
Now he's embarrassed.
Did they speed up that commercial? That commercial's
No, he's
unbelievable.
good.
That guy's just fine. Yeah, so the insurance one is you see the guy having a pizza in the car and he takes off and the pizza flies all
Yeah.
over the
Listen,
place.
this all started for me when they started delivering pizza in cars, right?
Yeah.
Like they have pizza delivery.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they would put a special light on it, like it's some official police vehicle. Why do I
Everyone's
gotta
pulling
know?
over.
Why do I gotta know? Guys delivering pizza. Wait, pizza coming through. Out of the way. Lights are going on.
And if you're a parent, then the kids, I want pizza.
right.
The ice cream man.
The best pizza delivery guy, I know we're way off real estate. We're going to get to
But
real
wait a
estate.
minute. So
You have to
does
have a
the
house to have a-
insurance cover if they don't show up with your pizza?
No, it's all
No,
on you.
no, it's all on you.
Depends on you-
It's a takeout.
Depends on
yeah.
your deductible.
You know,
Yeah,
I
the
would-
delivery, it's on them.
I was going to say that related to real estate, you need a house to have a pizza delivered,
you
but
go.
that's not even true
Not even
anymore. They deliver to beaches.
Yeah.
They deliver to parks.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
yeah.
I did that. I've done that a lot.
You
Yeah.
can get them. You can meet them on 93.
Yeah.
They'll open the window and throw the pizza right in your car.
And now there's no more Papagenos.
It's like
I know, that was
Well, there's
sad.
one up in Manchester, New Hampshire that's still,
Well,
it's still there.
They're a little slower in New Hampshire. It takes a while to catch up.
No, some of them are closed.
Best pizza guy I ever had was this is UMass Amherst days. I won't tell you what year.
A
long time ago. And I remember this to this day. The guy was genius. He had a little place, Bell's Pizza. You didn't order pizza. He made the pizzas and then went around to each floor
Sure.
Friday night.
and just yelled out
Yeah.
Bell's Pizza. And anyone who wanted to get it, genius. To this
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
I think of Bell's Pizza.
Is it still around?
I think it is.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Same
I
guy.
Think it is. I think
Same
it is.
guy.
And he had bells?
Yeah.
Did he have bells?
He probably did. He had a little dog
He
screaming
didn't.
out.
That's
Yeah.
a marketing flaw if he didn't. You could hear him coming like the ice cream man.
Pizza guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or how about the pizza delivery that we got the other night at my house? We had company impromptu,
Yeah.
and
And she got pizza
all of
impromptu
a sudden,
too.
all of a sudden, the doorbell rang and the Domino's pizza shows up with all this food, and we're like, "Did anybody order?" And we're like, "No."
That's
no
just
one
not
ordered.
right.
Stu goes, "But I'll pay for it." And we'll take it.
Those poor
You
neighbors.
kidding me?
But they had insurance problems.
If they had the insurance, they're all
That's
set.
right.
It
That's
was
right.
like it was like
That's a good
pennies
point.
from heaven. We're like,
So just
"This is a
randomly they
sign."
showed up with food
They
at your
couldn't
house.
find. They
I
couldn't
think it was from
find,
Bell's Pizza.
It's like stealing someone's shopping cart. You didn't want any
like-
of
Did
that.
you hear what happened
No.
at BJ's just recently? Locally, some lady had like $400 worth of groceries, and she turned around to the books they have outside the grocery
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
You can put $1 in and take a book
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. She was looking at a book and she turned around. Her cart was gone.
Yeah.
Completely
You gotta-
gone.
you gotta
After
be
she paid for
aware.
everything?
She paid for everything.
You gotta be aware.
Yeah, is
Wow.
that so sad?
That happened in my pants once.
Really?
Yep. Turned around, no pants on.
Did you ever find out who took them?
These are my size.
It is the holiday special, so you can tell stories like this.
Oh my God! So there's nothing on here about real estate.
Oh, I have one, and that's it. I saw a
That-
sign today. It's
Nothing on
nothing
here
on
at
it. No,
all.
no, I told you.
Nothing.
All right, I saw a sign going by coming up here today, and it's a new sign, a listing sign for a house for sale. One of our friends actually has it, and on top it says, "I'm very pretty inside."
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little different.
That
Huh?
is a little different.
But
so
then-
was that saying it wasn't so good looking
Exactly.
outside?
That's what I'm wondering if it's a
Oh,
bad
it's a marketing ploy.
Right.
So let's
bad
think about it.
connotation
Right.
for the
That's-
house on its outside.
Yeah, that's
Or maybe it's just nondescript on the outside,
Yeah.
and
Right.
that it's like it's a wow house when you walk
Right.
in, or
Okay, so we did talk real estate.
That-
Robert Kraft just
that
pulled
sounds.
in.
Oh, boy.
That sounds like a blind date. That sounds like a
I know.
blind date. That one. How's she look? Pretty on the inside.
yeah, she's
That's kind of how I took it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's better than
Or
being
he.
stuck.
She has a good personality. Is that the connotation?
Yeah.
What
Boy,
about
can she cook.
The highway signs now that scare the crap out of you. Have you seen those? Would tell you, basically you drive by and it warns you about, sensors in your house.
Yeah.
Is your smoke detector working?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's like,
they
did you
just
turn
right.
off your curling
Did you
iron?
leave your iron on? Yeah. Some guy's driving work.
Someone like me, I know, and it's always off every time I go back. It's off.
That must
It's
really,
never been on. You're
No.
right.
For people with OCD, that's gonna be.
Did you lock the gate? Where's your dog?
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh shoot!
Okay.
Did I even?
Okay,
did I see
turned
my
on-
dog this
right.
morning?
And then you get to the same spot and there's a new thing. Did you shut your gate? Oh, you gotta go.
They're driving us crazy. They're making us crazy.
Yeah, those signs are too much, though.
I like the
you
ones-
already got out of the house.
Yeah.
You made it with your OCD.
Are you
survived.
sure you turned off your
Oh.
curling iron?
You're right.
Ask Dewey. He's turned around more times.
Oh, I
I've
know.
called the house before. Did I leave the oven on?
Yeah.
Did anybody answer?
Yeah. He just eats at you.
Yeah, it is. I've had
Well,
to
if
call
you had a-
neighbors before.
If you had a smart house, they'd just turn it off for you. You go, hey, house, I'm an idiot.
Which they do have.
Yeah.
Did you blow the candle out? That's another one, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Did you leave a pan on? I'm a big one for
Yeah.
leaving a pan on.
Oh, me too. I leave the oven on or the stove on and nothing's on. And
Mine is the.
your hair dryer?
No, I haven't used that in years. The do you think my hair's thinning a little bit? No, it's the toaster oven. My sister's house burned down.
Yeah, but doesn't your toaster oven shut off when you?
Should.
Ask my
It
sister
should.
about it.
It's a timing.
Yeah.
So now I have to pull the plug every time I leave.
Really?
That's one of my few things. Yeah.
I don't iron because I used to leave the iron on, so I just don't iron anymore.
Is that why you don't?
Yeah, if it's wrinkled, I throw it away. No.
I never got the talent to iron. I don't know how to do it.
I used to be
come out.
addicted
You-
to it.
It comes out worse.
You do a root beer float pie. You
Oh,
can
I can't
iron something.
So I just turn the shower on and leave it on for a little while and let
Get the steam.
Sure.
It works,
a good
especially on
idea.
the cruise ship. You're not allowed to have an iron.
Right.
Sure, I find if you buy clothes that are 2 sizes too small, you put them on, the wrinkles come right out.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I'm working on that too.
Yeah.
So how's it with the family? So we've had Thanksgiving, now Christmas, and everything going good with the families?
I guess.
Yeah.
Gee,
We're here,
That
they're
brought
there.
this whole party down pretty much, huh?
What
my
happened to
kids
Robert
are-
Kraft?
You keep
Well,
You guys keep interrupting.
They're dying to get Robert Kraft in here.
Robert Kraft
An
is
impression
here.
that I haven't done in probably
Too late now.
9
We've
years.
introduced
Just
it 4 times.
give it a whirl.
You got to
I
endorse.
don't even know if I can do it anymore.
You
My
can
vocal
do
cords
it.
have changed.
Carter Law Office. You got to give an endorsement from Robert Kraft. You want me to do it? I'll do it.
You do it.
I'll
No,
do it. No,
no.
I'm going to do it because most comedians hate when you do their joke.
No.
So they'll
Oh,
jump
you
back
can
in
do
there.
that. You can take that right off my hands.
You sure?
Oh yeah.
Fans of New England.
There you go.
Oh, that was good.
You are
That's
the
it.
best fans of New England.
Got it
All
done.
right,
That's uncanny.
go ahead. Come on.
The New England Patriots endorse this real estate show. Done.
Good, that's awesome.
It's a part of my past. I wish I could just zip right out.
That was
No, no.
That was Frank Caliendo worth.
I wish Terry.
I did a show recently. This is how people don't understand comedy, with like what we do. And the woman comes up to me. She goes, "My favorite comedian is he's got 4 letters in his last name." And I go, "Is it Bill Burr?" "Yeah, Bill Burr." And I go, "Yeah, he's
pretty good.
I go, "He's great." She goes, "Are you going to do any of his stuff tonight?"
Because we really like him.
We're not a cover band. I'm not going to go and play his. That's not how it works.
We love Bill
Here's a
Burr.
little something you might
But
remember.
sometimes-
Rodney Dangerfield.
But sometimes you tell jokes that in 2 years later you don't even remember. Do you remember your joke or?
Rick reminded me of one I did a long time ago.
Right,
I've
that-
done
that you,
Domino's?
No, that too. I've done that before.
Oh, the
white powder joke, yeah.
You don't want to do that one, do
I
you?
don't even remember it.
You want me to do that one too?
Right. So they're like, I saw you 5 years ago, and that was the funniest thing about the dog. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah,
And
all
then
right.
you'll be, I'll revisit
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It happens. You find an old notebook or something.
I had a guy. Did I ever tell this story on this podcast? I know I've told it on another one. I had a guy after a show at Giggles about a month ago
Yep.
come up to me, and he says, I saw you 25 years ago. And I said, well, that's entirely possible. He goes, I'm not going to deny that. And he was he's a psychiatrist in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. He says, I remember one of your jokes. And since that, from 25 years ago, he goes, and since then, there's not a week goes by that I don't quote that joke to somebody.
No, that's
and I
pretty
use
impressive.
it in therapy. And he's had a cartoon made out of it. And
I think you remember telling us off air one
yeah,
time. What was
yeah.
the what was,
it was the
joke?
How come there are no fat mimes? Because they can't fit in that box.
And he remembered that.
And he remembered, and it struck him so deeply that he uses it.
And it
in
was just a
therapy.
joke
and
to
it's
you,
just a joke.
right?
It was
Yeah.
like one of the early jokes. My jokes used to be way more absurd when I was younger. I had another joke.
Oh, you reeled it in now?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
They're more based in reality. But
Like you're camping. Your
my
camping is my
Yeah,
favorite.
Right.
Why, do you go camping a lot?
No, I don't go camping a lot. I don't like camping.
You never slept
I have
outside?
a house.
You never
I
slept
have slept. I have slept outside many nights. But we didn't
have a
call
house.
it camping. I have a house that's got heat. And I stay in it as often as I
Okay,
can.
That's awesome.
There's stories.
There's
This is
little
why when you hear a
stories, right.
comedian go, "This is a true story," it's because we're actually excited that something
It
happened.
Right,
happened
right.
to us. Right. I had a joke that was I was driving around out in the country somewhere, and I saw a sign that said "Pony rides, $10."
Yeah.
So I pulled up, handed the guy $10. He put a little horse in the back seat of my car. Said, "Have him back by 6."
So this is based on something true, right?
Yeah, right. That's
right.
how my brain works.
So the comedians, right? We did that with Christine Hurley. She always talks about passing out in her front lawn, and we had
And the sprinklers
yeah,
go.
and we said you have to be making that up, and we had Jimmy Hurley here, and when she was on the air, we said, Christine, you have to be making that. We see Jimmy in the studio audience among all the other people here, and he's there. Not once, but twice it's happened. Yeah. So
The kids are walking to the school bus.
The thing I talk about, I'll talk about my dad. Most of it's made up. But the one thing that was true, I'm watching TV with him, and the ASPCA commercial came on, the sad one. And I swear to God, he goes, "Those are all acting dogs." And then he goes, "Look at that little one." And he's shivering because they're putting a fan on him. I can see the fan in the back. I just went, "This is real. That's real."
he didn't think you won the season tickets when he saw your name come up? No.
That's a conglomerate of
That may
different
okay.
stories.
All right.
I one time when I was between houses, living situations, and I was living with my parents in my early adulthood. You know, I was staying with my folks for a time, and I'd been out one night with one of my camping expeditions, and it was about 6:30 in the morning, and my dad knocks on my door, which I think was in the basement at the time or whatever, and he goes, "You going anywhere?" I go, "It's 6:30. Where am I going?" He goes, "I don't know. The car's on the lawn, door's open, and it's running." I go, "Oh yeah. I gotta go."
That's good.
Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah. I just turned it on to heat it up.
So the statement he made you was almost for the morning and in life in general, right?
Yes.
Are you
Yeah,
going
I'm
anywhere?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And it's clear. The answer's no.
That's like if you're ever sneaking in late and you want to get away with it, you start taking clothes off as you walk in the door.
Yeah.
And walk up the stairs backwards. And you hear the door open, and you walk down like you're going to get a drink.
You've been through this before.
It's a tested formula.
Sure.
We have a bunch of buzzwords. I don't think we can even do it because he forgets his jokes. We're going to have to do it.
It's just nice to talk.
I know. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You know what?
you
You're
don't
right.
have to
You're right.
do
Let's just
jokes.
put these away. We're just going to talk. We're going to talk about the holidays, about can we talk about where you're working these days?
Yeah, mostly at sea, doing cruise ships.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Eating my
though.
life away.
Yeah.
What do you do, Norwegian
you like the cruise ships?
or?
Yeah, they have comedy clubs on there. It's just the hassle of traveling.
It's different
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
When people first started doing cruise ships, you had to have a very specific act for a cruise ship. You couldn't be. There were certain words you couldn't say.
Like you couldn't say like "man overboard" and stuff like that.
You couldn't yell. You can't yell fire.
Yeah.
life lessons.
Like stuff like that. But no,
Do your
just-
Titanic jokes? You can't do that.
Right. No, you couldn't do anything that
Right,
would
right.
remotely-
Resemble a
Yeah.
sinking
Yeah,
ship.
and you couldn't swear.
'Cause you have a
couldn't-
Titanic joke.
Right. You couldn't. I think somebody once got taken off a ship for saying toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
mean, it was really strict and stuff.
Listen,
and then
they
about,
serve alcohol from the minute you wake up
I
until the minute you go
understand,
to
but
bed,
it's like they're-
and you
they're very
can't say
specific.
that stuff. That's
Right.
wrong.
How
many-
That's what it used to be. Now they have comedy clubs.
Now they put a comedy club on ships.
Oh.
So they go, look, that's a comedy club. You don't have to go in there, but
Oh,
if you
yeah.
go in
Oh,
there,
I see.
They
people
protect
just
us.
do your
They-
act.
they
They'd have
protect us pretty
disclaimers
good.
like they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
for
yeah.
our show.
Oh, that's a whole big thing.
Now,
about
how
it.
many
You're
shows
funny.
do you do when you're on a cruise?
Depending on the ship. If it's a big one, on Royal, they had us doing 16 shows in 7 days.
No.
Right. So like 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
right? Every day that you're out.
Now, do you have
25
to
minutes to
you have to
half
do a different set for each show?
For those, you're doing the same show all week, and then there's the 2 shows at the end in the theater that have to be completely different. One's family friendly, one is completely different.
Now, what are the accommodations when you're
Also depends on the ship.
okay?
The
Typical.
Royal Caribbean will pretty much give you a guest suite, no window, and then Carnival puts you in the closet
Right.
Yeah.
downstairs.
That's
Like
what
the housekeepers,
That's what Kenny
right?
Rogerson has told
Yeah,
us a
yeah,
few
yeah.
times. Yeah. Says
That's the hassle. Is just the travel and being away. But the shows, that's the best part of the ship is and people watching.
how many of those?
People eat a lot.
Oh, no
yeah.
kidding. Do you get to relax all day, like
Oh, yeah.
like you're on a cruise?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
And the new
You- and you
thing
must
with
be really
Carnival,
tired.
Carnival, they got smart. They capped the drinking now on Carnival.
oh, really?
You can only have 15 drinks per day.
A day? Wow, that's just
Wait,
not
And there's
right.
loopholes. They find loopholes
That's
to get
just
them up
not
there.
right.
You see people,
15
they tell you bring cash if you're gonna be that person. You slip the guy another 5 so
Right.
it goes under the off of the card.
That's funny.
But
That's funny.
they better be capping them at 15 because they get crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get lost, and
Yep.
you might be
It's just too
overboard.
contained.
and-
There's the only thing you can do is eat and drink.
And possibly
Well,
fall off.
Yes.
The guy fell off last year. There was a guy working
Yeah.
on the boat. They
Yeah.
didn't know where he was. They didn't,
Norwegian.
They didn't know.
I
they didn't know
did
they
hear
lost
that.
him.
Right.
I did hear that.
And they'd follow the same paths pretty much the boat.
Carnival
Someone
went
going by
looking for him.
22 hours
Yeah.
later. Someone, there's a guy out there.
really?
He was alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Waiting water for 22 hours.
With no life preserver?
Nope.
Or? Wow.
I wouldn't make it through the night.
The night.
I would strangle myself. Dark water. Something touches my leg.
Are
Oh,
you
God.
kidding me? In the middle of the ocean?
Middle of the Caribbean.
Kathy's been working at Carnival so long, she'd
That
be
gives me-
diving in.
That gives me anxiety just thinking about it.
Could you imagine? I mean, how do you...
22 hours.
22 hours.
I think they knew. Like, I think they knew he fell off, and one of the other cruise ships actually turned around to go look for him.
Okay,
and they
maybe that was
found
it,
him.
but I
yeah,
know that it was
but I
another
know
ship.
it was like it was a Norwegian ship or something. But Carnival turned around. Like
Okay.
they did like a SOS.
Yeah,
And
I was down-
The cruise ships turned around and went to look for him, which I thought was really cool.
You weren't on the actual ship.
No.
Huh?
But back in the day, you couldn't
Do
even
they
mention it. Now we made fun of it the whole week.
Do they have
right.
spotters? Like, how long could you be off a ship before somebody knew it?
You can hear PA announcements in the middle of the night sometimes looking
Really?
for people.
Really?
Yeah. There's cameras, I know that, but I mean, you
Well,
go
if
over,
you're
you go
there
over.
alone and there's no one looking for you, there's a good chance that they won't know until you
I got
disembark.
nervous. I got nervous because the first one I was on, they gave me a balcony, and sometimes I have sleptwalk.
Really?
Yeah, so I locked it and put a chair in front of it just in case.
Wow.
I wake up in
Right.
dark water.
Wow.
That was a good fall.
Myself and Kathy always think of what we want to do after we retire from Carnival office. I think that'd be a great job, a spotter. We
On
could
a
just-
cruise ship.
on a
Well,
cruise
you would
ship.
have to stay sober, though.
This might
That's
be
all right.
This might be another thing for a good reason for having taillights on your ass.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And someone could spot you.
Yeah, you could have an emergency code that flashes.
Or you could put it on your
on
head.
your head.
You're the only one
Doesn't
I-
have to be on your ass.
You're the only
sure.
one I know who could think of that idea and bring it up twice in a podcast why it's a good idea
You know,
to have headlights on your ass.
Rick,
You're an idea guy.
I've said this once. I've said it 1,000 times. I'm only trying to help.
Yeah. You're a helper.
I'm a helper.
Yep.
I
should
look
do
at
a book.
humanity and see where the gaps are and try to fill
Yeah.
those
Maybe
gaps
next-
with my own special brand of caulk.
Yeah. I think that's a great
Maybe
idea.
next week for our end of the year
Yes,
show,
yes.
we'll come up with Tony V's, Kathy H's, and Carnival office's ideas for the year.
Do you really want my ideas?
Oh,
We'll
that's
be
what-
in debt after our card company by that point.
yes,
Your Hallmark-
exactly.
Your
Yes.
Hallmark venture.
Yeah.
You don't like that? I think that was a good idea. You don't like that?
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a great
I think
idea.
it's a great
Just
idea.
put-
But we went on for about an hour.
Sure.
It was
Oh,
the
yeah.
funniest thing.
Oh, yeah. We
Pound-
thought we were really funny.
I'm
Evidently,
saying.
We were hysterical. Well, a lot of stuff we can't say on the air.
No.
you know.
evidently,
Of course you can.
the two professional comedians might don't think
No,
it's
they would.
quite
If
as funny.
they were like eavesdropping on that conversation, they would have thought that was hysterical.
Well, listen, some things are just situationally
right,
funny.
right.
That's right.
And
You
then
know
when you
what I mean?
repeat them again,
Right.
right. That's right.
That's where the phrase "you had to be there" comes
Right.
from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so you got
Well,
a
it
whole
seems
week
fine.
to think about this.
Yes.
Your end of the year highlights. I already know a few.
Wait, I'm supposed to remember what the shit we did the whole rest of the year?
Yeah.
Bubble ball for
Oh,
the
please.
elderly.
I'm
No,
telling
that's a
you.
couple years ago,
That
but we
was-
can
No,
bring.
no,
That
no,
was a
no.
good idea.
He doesn't remember anything this year. We can say
I
it
will
was
help
this year.
him. We'll
You
help
can take
him.
my inspection sticker idea.
Go ahead.
It's for, for dating. Everyone getting an inspection sticker. That way the person knows that person's healthy.
They're past the
Down you
inspection.
go, okay, yeah, November.
Oh, you have like a little infrared gun?
Yeah.
That's a good
I
idea.
could probably find a couple of loopholes with that, like.
Well, you don't want to date someone with the red R rejection sticker.
Right.
No.
But the thing is, if they're good till November of next year,
Oh, you always wait the extra month.
right? Because there
You
could
always,
be a little.
you always
yeah.
wait to the end of the month, last day.
Maybe
and
they
you get
should.
the month.
Yeah, maybe they should have a use-by date on them too.
All kinds of labels can
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty inside.
Yeah.
Are you the one who came up with the idea?
You are
the one who-
pretty on the inside.
It's like that. It's like that. When the milk goes bad.
Yeah.
One day it's fine,
And the next.
and then the next day you go, "What happened overnight?"
You give it a little
You're talking about
sniff.
Right.
you're talking about marriges and this is starting to smell a little
But
rotten.
you had a pass inspection sticker.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
Maybe they knew somebody.
Or they paid.
They
for
paid.
it.
That's what I'm
They paid
saying.
for it.
I got a guy. Listen, I'm not going to pass the inspection. I got a guy. Straighten you right out.
Did you come up with the idea of spelling ambulance backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
thought
always
you
thought that was funny. That needs to be done. I think it's very obvious it's an ambulance. It's like Tony, we just drive around and stuff. You see stuff and
Right.
say stuff.
All right,
Right.
so we might have to get Greg back on for some of his
Yeah,
ideas.
I'd love to.
for
I love
some of
laughing
the,
with you guys.
Some of the
Certainly
ideas.
better than working.
Oh God, what isn't though? I know.
And I'm getting my exercise.
You are getting your exercise, but you have to go. You got to
We gotta
paint
go.
some more houses.
We gotta go.
Navajo white, okay?
Not painting on Christmas Day.
Right.
You're good. Good.
Tomorrow.
Presents.
Day,
Tomorrow.
Boxing Day in Canada.
That's tomorrow, the 26th. Greg Murphy, thanks for joining us.
It was a
It's
pleasure.
always a pleasure to have you on. Kathy Holtshouser, the paralegal extraordinaire,
yeah.
thanks for joining us and having a
Even on
wonderful
Christmas
year.
Day, I go
Even on
over and
Christmas-
above.
I know. I know your kids are crying as you left the door
Yeah.
today. Tony V,
My pleasure.
Navajo White.
Navajo.
See you next week for the ideas of 2018.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.